Hi everyone, welcome back. In this React with the Redux video tutorial, we are going to learn why we need the Redux in the React.js and what is the structure and what files we need and what stuff we need to start it. So without this video, if you are a beginner, you don't go to the direct implementation, because this video about the basic fundamentals of the React and Redux. So let's get started. So first of all, I want to show you a graph, or you can say that a kind of structure of Redux, how it's going to work. So this is, you can see that this is our UI. For example, you can see that this is our button. Okay. On the hit of this button, the action will call, and there's some operations, like it can be a API or it can be some logical stuff that is performed in the action. And just after this action, the data will go to the reducer. So why it go to the reducer? Because in the reducer there is a kind of we can say that kind of cases, like when you click on the first time on the action, the data will go to the 100. When you click on the second time, data will go to the 1000. When you click on the third time on this action, some another data will go from dispatch from this action. So many kind of data can produce from the action, so that we will make some cases in the reducer. So that's why we use the reducer. After that, the data will go to the store. In this store, the all variables, all objects are stored on the store. So like we have the 10 action, one for login, registrations, profiles, and graphs. Many more data will store in the Redux. So all the data and everything of the objects will stored in the store. And after that, when we need the data, like we need, after the login click, we need some username or token that will store in the state, and state will contain the data, and from this state we can fetch this data in the UI. So in this UI, maybe you can go here. So like the state we can show in the same UI component, or maybe in the different UI component. Let's suppose we store some data on a UI on the login, and after that we need the same data after the 10 screens. Like we need the same data on the logout screen after the process. So how we can store it? So the one option is we can store it in the local storage, and the second option is we can pass it through the routing or navigations. But the both stuffs are not cool, because local storage can make the heavy to the data, and when we are going to pass the data from the navigation, it will take too much time when we have to pass from one screen to second to third and fourth and fifth and sixth. So this is not a feasible solution. So that's why we use the state. When we store it in a once, like the login screen, then we can access this data on the every screen, every component without any issue, and we can easily access this. The structure of the Redux is a little bit complex. Then now you can think that I don't need the too much kind of stuff. I just simply want to put the data from the API and fetch it anywhere. So I'm going to show you a real-time example. So here you can see that just go through the code here. So I have the two components. One is the post. You can see that here is my post button, and input type. Here the placeholder is enter some things. So this one is my one component, and my second component is show. Here you can see that. So user, what user want to do? He want to enter something here and just want to click on it and show the data on the show data here. So what you will do for this? You can do the pass to the navigation and pass to the data from as a kind of props like this. From here this props data equal to data and whatever you want to do like this. But sometimes this is not a feasible solution, it will take the lots of time, and if the data needs the after 10 screens, then this is another case. So for that, what we have to do, we will, when we are going to click on this button post, we store the data in the redux, and when we need in the show screen or whenever whatever data we need, we will access it on the through the redux easily in the state. So you can see that here, that's why. And now how many files we need actually? So we need the UI component like the button or some actions that we are going to perform, and the action file where the action is going to perform. Reducer, it will study the case, like which case now have to dispatch, like the for example, you have you want to log in, and in the first case you want to show the loader, and the second case you want to show the fetching something, and in the third case you want to show the login details. And in this case you can make the different reducers. That's it. And for in the state, we will in the store we will store the data that we want to store in the state, and here we will got all the data from the state. So some more component that we needed, like the constant, and in the constants file we will match the action and reducer. Like we have 10 actions for login, sign up, and login for sign up, and some other like the paginations profiles for that, and same maybe there is a many reducers. So for the synchronization of this we need the constants files, and if we have the main reducer, sometimes we need one more file which is the root reducers, and it will make all the reducer in a single file. That's it. So this is a basic structure of the redux with the React, and then in the next video we will implement a very simple example of the React without the API, and after that we will do it with the API. So thanks guys, thanks for watching this video.